In today's video, I am going to be breaking down Kobe Bryant and why his fadeaway was so unstoppable in the NBA. Let's get down, let's check him out. He was one of the greatest players of all time. So the first thing that really made him unstoppable was his quick pivots and shoulder fakes. When he started backing down a player, he really used his shoulder and a lot of his footwork to be able to create this separation so that he was able to pull off these fadeaway shots. He also changed the height of his shoulder, so here we see him basically stand straight up, really try to fake that shoulder really quickly towards that left side. He then gets back down low, gets his butt out, and then quickly pivots towards that left side. When he pivots, he also moves his shoulder as well, which creates that separation between himself and his defender. He does not bring his foot all the way around. He stops about 45 degrees early because that will allow him to get that shot up quickly, and then he kicks that right leg out to make sure that his right side is in line for the shot. And as we can see here, by kicking his leg out, that allowed him to get his shoulder and elbow in line with the rim. And we can see that he released on his middle finger, which makes a lot of sense because that is the longest finger in his hand, and it's very similar to his actual regular jump shot. I also really want to point out how much backspin that basketball had. Every time Kobe Bryant shot that ball, it had a ton of backspin, and the reason for this is because when it hits that rim, if it's just slightly off, it's going to slow down that ball's trajectory, and it should allow it to bounce in. Also, by having that perfect high, extremely high release, that allows him to have a very hard shot to block. And even when he does not use a pivot, here he can get his body into his defender using his shoulder. As we can see here, once he lands, he pushes slightly into the chest of his defender because his defender's literally right on him, and then he's able to get that left arm out quickly to remove any hands from the area, and then because of his high release and high set point, he's able to get that shot off. Here again, he's using his shoulders more. So in this clip, he does a quick jump stop and he shakes his shoulders towards the baseline. He then turns back around because turning to the middle of the court, if you are a right-handed player, will allow you to create even more space, but also it's going to be more accurate and quicker of a shot because you get your arm in line much easier. Here he kicks his leg out to create space, but also get his right side in line as well. So when he does this shoulder fake, when he turns back around, he's making sure that his left leg is well beyond and much farther than his body. The reason for this is that creates a little bit more separation between yourself and your defender, and that high release and high set point allows him to make that shot as well. Now in this next clip, I really want to show you how his arm lines up with the rest of his body. As we can see here, he's able to really fake out a lot of defenders all at the same time, but right here, when he goes to release that shot, or at least at his set point is the exact same degree to his body as a regular shot. See, Kobe Bryant had a not quite 90-degree angle on his elbow and not quite 90-degree on his shoulder. That's the same as if he was standing straight up in a regular shot. However, in a regular shot, his arm would be a little bit less high. His elbow would be a little bit less high. However, you have to accommodate your regular shot into where your body is being oriented. And this is why he was able to hit so many shots. Something else about hitting fadeaways I really want to point out right here, and what his shooting hand is doing. See, when you shoot a fadeaway, it's something in your mind, and it's everybody's mind, that you have to think, or you're thinking that you have to put more power onto that shot. And we see this so many times with younger players. You don't want to have a hard flick, and so many young players will have a hard flick or a hard release on their fadeaways, which makes their shots go well over top of the rim. We can see right here that even though Kobe Bryant, even Michael Jordan, when they did fadeaways, they had a soft release, even though in most cases they were hard release players. The reason why you want a soft release is because that will give you more arc. That will give you the ability to hit that shot much easier for one reason. In general, when you're doing a fadeaway, you are usually using more upper body strength. When you're using more upper body strength, you have less arc on that ball. By having a soft release, you're going to have a higher arc. So if you have a hard release when you're doing a fadeaway, that ball is probably going to be getting shot over the rim. So if you find that happening to yourself, where you can say, I can shoot the basketball normal and I can hit it, but when I hit a fadeaway, it goes 5 feet over the rim. The reason is because you probably have a hard wrist flick. If you accommodate that with a soft wrist flick like we see here, you're going to have much higher success on those fadeaways. And that is a massive part of a fadeaway. If you're looking to hit more shots and you find that your shot's going like 10 feet, 5 feet, 3 feet, well over the rim, and you're taking a fadeaway, and you're probably wondering, well, if I shoot normal and I'm fine, but now when I do a fadeaway, it's way too strong, it's most likely that you're either using way too much upper body strength, or you obviously already are going to be using more because it's a fadeaway, but now you want to accommodate that with a soft wrist flick and not a hard bang. Because at that point, it's going to help you hit more shots. The more arc on that ball, the better chance you're going to be able to make that shot. I hope that this video has helped you. If it has, hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys again next time.